today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago they're tight over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup there on the scramble.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the...
How about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring.
Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
It is a cold night. A first down throw for Winston. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And he's upended after a gain of last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of.
Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Winston. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Joe Schobert drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially
the yardage department and a touchdown, too.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title.
Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Number 2, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a loss of a full 3 possession. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, it didn't fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And that's complete to Shepard. And he gets this in there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Godwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you...
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3.
It's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all...
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. After the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people.
At least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with...
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Winston. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here. And
that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. That's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think they should take the ball to bed.
At the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A quick pass here to Godwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken. Play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite
back. Good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 4. Back to throw again. This is Shepard on the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
About completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Ray McCloud, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers open the lead up to 34-0.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their coverage none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field.
And just like that, on we have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. Let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Oh, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, touchdoad number 15 on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Mark. 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because we get him going and establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The The defensive front, they got to just pin their ears back and get after him now. Because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
No gain on this.
But even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed. The ball is free. Taylor lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to be able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, here, coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Steps away to his left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second and goal, here's an option play left. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in. Get in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3.
Going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense can...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Malik McDowell breaking through. Incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And out across midfield down to the 45. Plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that will step aside. They'll throw again. Winston. And that will be it. Did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still.
36-yard line taken down there after getting 8 yards. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Steelers, the win is their 8th on the year.